Today we are reviewing the first aired episode of Star Trek, The Man Trap. While visiting an old flame, Dr. McCoy is on a desert planet, the crew discovers a deadly shapeshifter feeding on their salt and using illusions to stay hidden. So I was very keen to get to this episode, seeing as back in the day this was the first episode that people saw to experience Star Trek. And it was interesting, so let's talk about it. This is the very first episode that they aired, not the first that was filmed, but I do kind of see why they chose it, with a more relatable, strange romance, mystery sci-fi element that people could relate to easier for a 1960s audience. You've got McCoy seeing the woman he once loved while everyone else is seeing something different. It's kind of simple but compelling as a sci-fi setup, so I understand why the producers or whoever made the decision was like, yeah, let's go with this one. Thought the salt creature was weird, classic monster of the week feel, and honestly, the costume design was really cool. There's something haunting about how it looks. It's like eerie, and I saw in the behind the scenes, a bunch of the actors on the set also noted that it was very creepy, and seeing as it's the last of its species, it's not just a villain in this episode, it's also like kind of tragic. McCoy is the emotional center here, having to reconcile memory with reality and ultimately choose duty over compassion. It's a solid setup for his character. I also liked Kirk's role, pushing McCoy when he starts to hesitate, showing his strength to command without losing his empathy. Now, something that really stood out to me was the interaction between Uhura and Spock. She's kind of flirting with him on the bridge, teasing him about being emotionless and even trying to draw him out with some, unprofessional chatter. And Spock just blanks it, he doesn't even react. It's wild to see that they were kind of like writing this dynamic early, but they clearly never did this again, at least as far as I've watched. All in all, this episode's a little bit slow and tonally it feels more like a Twilight Zone episode, which I understand why, but I liked it. There's emotional substance, there's a cool creature feature, there's a lot of stuff going for it. If you guys are digging these retro rewatches of Star Trek, just follow along, subscribe, whatever platform you're on. Check out the YouTube, that's, the primary platform that I'm using, helps me out a lot. But you can follow on TikTok as well. And I'll be continuing to review Star Trek episodes until I finish the original series. And, what do I get into next? We will see.